We are back, segment 2. IDD, for those who know, I don't disagree. The redoubtable on the highlight question one. The Yankees have the bases drunk in the ninth with Senor Guadalupe, Anthony, whatever his name is.
Anthony Volpe.
Volpe.
2-2 on Volpe with 1 out.
The bases drunk.
The bases are beyond tipsy, folks.
Yeah, we were, and by the way, there is already a loaf in the pants of the closer. We are predicting a full shot, a full run of runs.
Oh, he fought it off.
A run of runs. In fact, Tom predicted a second loaf, and then the run comes, which will mean 2 logs rolling down the river.
It might mean like a wild pitch. A wild pitch would be the second loaf, and then the bases clearing double would be the absolute Jones coming in from
I don't know
behind.
how he's even standing there with one big log in his pants.
Oh no!
He struck him out.
He sucked the second log back in.
Yeah, he did. He held
The
on.
second log.
He pinched.
The second log, it actually prairie dogged.
He pinched the second log.
Sucked it back in.
It's still there.
It's waiting.
It's still
It's
there.
waiting
It's
behind
not
the door.
out. But he peeped. For now, he closed the.
Yeah, he pulled it back.
He closed the
gate.
crack.
Closed.
Imagine,
He closed the chasm.
imagine he's one of those dudes who wears like a thong.
The turd would be cutting through.
There's a log looking like a.
Oh, dude, A&M. When did they? Jeez. LSU's in trouble. 6:30 left, and they're down 12.
One of these teams is about to be eliminated from the playoff consideration.
Drunk show.
Yep, 2 losses in the SEC. Fucks you.
How many teams do you think the SEC will get in
4
the top
at
12?
least. They'll get 4 of the 12.
So they get the winner and then
They'll get
3
3
others.
large bids. They will.
Okay.
I have no doubt they will.
I mean, it seems fair.
You have to. They have 8 or 7 teams ranked. You can't.
Oh, come on, guys.
So of course they're doing a commercial right now, so we have to wait.
LSU just threw a pick.
LSU probably just ended their.
Why are they doing a commercial? They go to a pitching change?
We can always go. You know what we can do? We can go to Colorado because this thing's over.
Oh, yeah, this game's over.
Fuck this shit.
Was there a pitching change? They take the closer out?
Well, if he had to change his diaper.
I think they might be taking the
Cincinnati had bought Colorado, right? Yeah. Colorado's up 13-7.
Cincinnati any good?
5-2. Good matchup.
End of the first quarter.
13-7.
Shador.
That Cincinnati is what conference are they out of? Conference USA or they're not in the ACC? I know
They're
that.
the MAC.
Maybe. They're 5-2, 3-1. So this is a pretty good test for the Buffaloes, who are 5-2, 3-1. So anyway, they're up 14-7. So we have that game on right now.
I like when you say that. Anyway.
Anywho, switching while we're talking,
it's a better version of
switching to the association. We are in night 3 of the season. A lot of games today. First off, Celtics continue their winning ways on the road in Detroit. They were up big. Detroit came back, took the lead. Tatum had 35, Brown 24, Peyton Pritchard 19 off the bench.
So I'm going to start getting sick of hearing this shit.
And Al Horford with 17. So he was, so Boston.
You actually brought a fan in, from out of the stands, and he had 12.
Boston decided to not play defense tonight. We'll just outscore these guys. And that's what they did. So
what was the score?
124-118.
Okay, so quick update here. The Dodgers took their closer out. 2 outs, bases loaded.
They took the closer
and they got Trevino up.
Must be a matchup.
The backup
arm,
catcher.
whatever it is. Lefty
This
versus.
guy's not a hitter.
Yeah, watch this.
But that's the kind of guy you need.
That's the kind of guy who hits a grand slam.
Nope. What an anticlimactic end.
For a second there.
Shit pop up.
For a second there, I thought it was out of the yard, but no, he got under it.
Guy's got no power.
So, as expected by most of America, Kevin, the Yankees are down 0-2. Don't be alarmed. They're probably going to win game 3. But
don't be alarmed. They're probably going to get swept.
No. If they lose game 3, they get swept. But if they win game 3, it'll go 6. I don't believe they'll win a game if they lose game 3. They will go down 4-0.
They won't win a game if Judge doesn't start.
But Ohtani may be done.
Which helps.
So there's a few twists and turns here that have to be ironed out because we'll know nothing until the morning.
That would be the glimmer of hope for the Yankees right now.
That he's gone.
Just a glimmer, but it's a glimmer.
Yeah. So, in any event, we will if we hear anything tonight about Ohtani while on the air, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
But I probably won't hear anything until the morning. We're all going to hear X-rays, tests, and then you'll find out tomorrow. they're not going to really,
Yeah.
So, although they probably already know if it's a break.
It was weird the way he was holding it. He
was.
he had it like this.
Yeah, I saw the wrist move, so he didn't break his wrist. I'm wondering if he broke the tibia or the fibia. Whatever they call them up there.
The fibula's in your leg.
No, I'm thinking the two up here. What are the two up here?
Is it the ulna?
There's two of them. What are they called?
Tibia and fibia is
Our
down
legs.
the leg, right?
I know. I'm stoned.
I was asking. I'm not completely sure
it's,
either.
It's
Hold your
no.
horses.
It's you're right. It's the leg. I'm thinking about the arm. There's two in the forearms though. What
Is
is
the ulna one?
Maybe.
Let's see.
You might be right.
Arm bones. Ulna might be leg too.
No. They're not calling that twice.
No, the bones of the arm are the humerus, the ulna, and the radius.
So which of the two?
So it's the ulna and the radius.
Okay, so maybe he fractured one of those because that looked like a possibility. And if that's the case, he's done.
Well, that's interesting. So the ulna and the radius are the two bones that make up your forearm.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the humerus is the
Up
entire
here.
bone.
Yeah, there's one up there.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's one of the two.
So you're thinking it was the radius of the ulna.
It's
Yeah,
one
the
of
way
the
he was
two.
holding
It's
it.
one of the way he was holding it. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know that. It could be ligaments. I don't know, but I just know when he bent his wrist, he didn't even flinch, so he didn't break his wrist. So that's all I do know.
Yeah.
But
If there's one thing I know, it's the ulna and the radius.
yeah. True. Notre Dame early today bent previously unbeaten the midshipmen over. They may not be able to sit down until Tuesday. It was 51-14. Trust me, it wasn't that close. Notre Dame is hitting its stride at the right time here. Navy has had a good run, but that was a reality slap like you read about today. I don't know if the midshipmen will be sitting down until Tuesday, and I think Buford T. Bumblast made a few arrests that day. I think Buford T. took him out. So, what's that?
These are pictures from my cousins who were at the game.
God, look at that.
It was at MetLife.
At MetLife, that's crazy. Crazy.
Assuming that's Navy's marching band?
Yes, that is Navy.
Look at all those fucking people on the field.
Oh yeah.
Pretty
So,
cool.
and then right now we're watching the Colorado Buffaloes are up 14-7 on Cincinnati Bearcats. Both teams come in 5-2. They're just starting the second quarter. But NBA, yeah, Celtics win. The Knicks last night. Now talk about bending somebody over.
Yeah, they did. It felt good, too.
As bad as people think, because again, I don't think the Knicks played bad. The Celtics were that good the other night.
Yeah.
But the Knicks made Indiana look worse. That looked like a worse beat.
You think so?
I do. I do.
Well, if you look at the numbers, it
because
probably
the number,
was.
I mean, Halliburton, what the hell? Didn't even get off the bus. Like, what are you, please? That was the
Well,
worst.
dude, I will say this.
I
Like,
mean,
people were talking about the perimeter defense the Knicks played, but I will also say this. Indiana was missing wide open fucking
they're not
threes.
Celtics.
Definitely not. Well, remember when I said
Try
if
to
they-
play like them.
Remember
they're
when I was
not
like,
them.
if they do that to the Knicks, then I'd be
and
upset.
I
You were like,
said they would.
there's no way they could.
They
do
don't have the
that.
personnel to do it. They don't. Their best player, we talked about this the other night. We said, if Halliburton won the Celtics, is he better than Holiday or White? And you said no, and I agree with him. He's not. He's not better.
He's not better than Brunson either.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, he'd be the fifth best player, sixth best player on the Celtics.
So to me, without a doubt, to me,
they're not equipped to do what the
He's
Celtics
too
do.
hot and cold.
That's why.
Somebody was calling them front runners.
If you guys were healthy, they don't beat you last year. Mm-hmm. So I would agree with that.
And then he wore that Reggie Miller choke sweatshirt
Yeah.
in the Game 7 press conference. I hope we get them again this year.
Well, I got news. What happened the other night? Indiana just won. No part of New York. They bent them over twice in the same game.
Dude,
It was that bad of a bum blast.
it was really nice to see.
It was like I knew they were going to handle them. I just didn't know it was going to be that bad.
It was nice to see the impact Cat has as a fucking big man. Because he was down there. He's got a little like bunny hook. It's not a sky hook,
He's got some posts.
but he's got some decent
Legitimate posts.
Yeah, he can go down
He
there.
can go down there and make a living.
And I think what he's been doing a good job of, obviously it's only 2 games, he's not only staying at the 3.
No.
He's shot in some threes, he's hit some
Yeah,
threes.
but he is
But
moving
he's
around.
he's down he's down and back. Like
and
it's
that is Tibbs saying, look, man.
and he's playing D.
Yeah. Well, I figured that'd be the easier thing. That's more effort, like you said, than anything else. But
And he wants to impress. He wants to show up well.
Well, he's got
He's
a
the new guy.
championship caliber team around him. And maybe he knows it.
Maybe.
And then, so the Knicks rebounded, not surprised, I called it. I just didn't know it would be that bad of a bum blasting. I thought they beat him by 20. They beat him by like 40. It was disgusting.
Well, no, it was like 25,
at
26.
the end, but at one point,
he
called off the dogs.
Yeah, you're right.
It was 40 when he took those guys out. So, hold on.
Yeah, at one point it was 100-70.
It was disgusting. And I didn't know Halliburton had a donut. I knew he wasn't playing well. I didn't know he didn't even score.
When I sent you that screenshot of this,
like,
you were like, that's atrocious.
Atrocious. It's fucking atrocious. I know the Knicks are a great defensive team, but he got nothing.
Dude, everything he threw up was just brick.
Garbage.
Brick
Garbage.
City.
So, yeah, the Knicks are fine. Out west.
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges looks good.
Yeah.
And that was a complete overreaction to his first game and the preseason where he was 2 for 19 from the three. I actually don't even need him to shoot threes. His mid-range game is fucking nasty. He's got a fadeaway J. Yep. He can go to the rack, and he can pull up over people.
I'm saying to you, this is the thing. It's the only team. Good. The only team they're looking up at is Boston.
Yeah.
It's the only one. So, and it will be those two, barring major injury at the end. If they're both going to be there at the end. So, moving out west, the OKC Thunder. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. They are legit. And not only are they legit, but the Denver Nuggets, who are now 0-2, they lost to the Clippers the other night, if you can believe that shit. At home.
Yeah, really?
At home to the Clippers.
And that was, who'd the Clippers lose to last night?
They lost game one. It was 2 nights ago. It was Phoenix.
Yeah, they should have won that game.
Yeah, Phoenix went into LA and had the lead, and LA ended up beating the Lakers 2-0, and it looked good. Yeah. Minnesota and Phoenix, 2 playoff teams, they handled.
Well, I mean, dude, nobody's bench is as strong as the Lakers when they have Bronny on it.
Oklahoma City is.
Not when they have Bronny on the bench.
Well, there's the Bronny factor.
I mean, but you can't. How do you match up with that?
Well,
guy?
Here's the good news for the league. In five game road trip, that's over.
He's going to the G League.
So the NBA's getting a break. Thank God. Thank God he's going there. Keep him down there. Ooh, I'll sleep better at night. I know that. How about you?
That kid, man. That poor kid. I hope he plays well.
I don't. I hope he flops because his fucking father. His father. I'll tell you why. Because his father's failure. His father did this. It's all about his father's image, and everybody knows it. And his father's a billionaire. He'll be fine. The kid's going to be farting through silk the rest of his life. His life isn't over if he fails in basketball.
No,
but what it will do to his narcissistic father's ego would be too good to be true. Okay.
Well, maybe no matter what he does, that will hurt his ego because
it'll crush him.
He's not LeBron. He can't
crush him. It'll be awesome. Just because he forced this on him. He did. It was all about LeBron. So, any event, but I'll tell you right now.
Any event,
the Oklahoma City Thunder, legit. Denver Nuggets look old and slow. Slow.
Did you see Hartenstein? How did he do? I'm really hoping he becomes.
If they are healthy, they are coming out of the West.
Yeah.
And look, I love what Klay Thompson did the other night. 6 threes. Yeah, he's going to make Dallas a better outside shooting team. But OKC is too deep. They're too long. They're too athletic. They're a lot like Boston. They are a lot like Boston. They're not as good, but they're a lot like Boston. With Porzingis.
You comparing Chet to Porzingis?
No, I think if Boston has Porzingis, they're clearly better. Without Porzingis, it's close. It's probably even, yeah. Without it, but you put Porzingis would be the.
That's pretty high praise.
I've seen them twice already. Yep.
How do you think the Knicks can match up against them?
Very well.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah, the Knicks and them would be a fun series. That would go 7. I don't know who would win it. It would go 7. It would.
Dude.
Okay.
7-game basketball series are fucking fun.
You can't sleep.
I mean,
I hate them. I hate them. If your team wins, it's great, but if they lose, it's agonizing.
Oh, I mean, I've had some killer ones with the Knicks.
I have been on both ends of this.
Knicks have lost some bad.
It's funny. As great as the wins are, the losses are worse. It's just worse to lose that.
I've never seen my team win a basketball championship.
So, well, they're going to have a shot the next couple of years because they're set up to go on a run, to be there, to have a say in it. So,
Dude, you know who? Every team needs a Kevin Millar. Oh, pick.
Interception.
I like that
Who's it on?
Dude, every team needs a Kevin Millar championship team.
Yeah.
You know who the Knicks' Kevin Millar is?
Who?
Yes, you know.
The Knicks is Kevin Millar?
Yeah.
Right now?
Mm-hmm. Who's the ham?
Who's the what?
The ham.
The Ham.
Josh Hart.
Oh, Josh Hart, yes. Yeah, that's a fair comparison. I could see
Right?
that. Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that.
He's just like the guy that always keeps it light, does the dirty work. You know, glue guy.
Yeah.
Glue guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And by the way, the Knicks have more than one.
That's
good
true.
guy.
I wanted to call something out that I know you would like.
What?
So, towards the end of the Indiana game, they brought in all the young guys, which I know it was only a few minutes, but that's still big for Tibbs.
Yeah.
So
Yes, it is.
Deuce McBride was in with like one of the guys that was drafted with the last pick,
Okay.
Hawk Porty.
Yep.
He's like an Australian guy.
Yeah.
And Deuce McBride, he was mic'd up. He went up to him and he said, "Don't waste these minutes." He was like, "This is how I earned minutes. This is how he'll trust you."
Yeah.
He was telling
That's
that
true.
I mean,
That's very
that's
true.
leadership.
Yeah.
That's I
yeah.
love seeing guys help
Yeah.
other guys.
Oh, man. Oh! Cincinnati has tied it up.
Dude, I like that.
That was a run. That was a barreling run up the middle.
I want
Barreling.
Colorado to win this, but I want it to be a fucking Donnie.
Well, it's a Donnie now.
I thought Colorado got off the field like 4 times on that drive.
They had they had the
Penalties?
turnover on the interception got called back, and that's what happened. They would have stopped that drive, but it was pass interference, I think. But anyway, look, I am the early season reports. Again, it's early,
Very.
but I know this: Denver looks bad. They look bad. They look old, slow, not deep. Their front office did not do them any favors. OKC looks legit. The Knicks have rebounded. Dallas. I'll tell you what, Klay Thompson had that's a great start. If he, Stephen A. Smith was right. If he can be that guy all year, it's gonna be them. I think it would be them and OKC in the conference finals. If he's going to do that, I think they'll get there. I don't know that they'll beat
Who
OKC.
was the 1 seed last year? Okay.
OKC was. They lost in the second
So you
round.
think Denver's just going to fade?
Dude,
Who's going to emerge
watched
instead
them?
of Denver?
have you watched them?
No.
What they look like they aged like 10 years. And they're not on paper an old team. They just have no depth. By the way, you know who they brought in? You know who they signed off the street? Russell Westbrook. That's who's coming off their bench.
What's he doing?
Not much. He's 35. He's got a lot of mileage. He still plays hard. He plays hard. Russell Westbrook will never take a night off. I will say that about him.
Yeah,
He will never take a night off. I love that.
He's
about
got
him.
heart.
He's got heart. Right? He doesn't have a lot of brains, but he's got heart. So what? It's true. It's
Like, even when you're saying something nice, you're just like, yeah, he's got heart. Not a lot of brains, but a lot of heart.
Marcus Smart. Tough as nails, dumb as the day is long. I watched him play basketball for 9 years.
Dumb as the day is long.
The shit that he would do as a point guard offends me. The decision making, and again, love his heart. Defensively, he's as good of a defensive guard as you will see, ever. But up here, the engine's running, but there's nobody behind the
Nobody
wheel.
behind the wheel. Ray ain't coming home.
No, he just says that.
What do you mean your wife just said he's on his way?
The engine's running.
Nobody's
There's nobody behind the wheel.
I hope Dan Marino dies of gonorrhea
All that,
and rots in
no,
hell.
the best part is the line before. He goes, "Oh, that dickhead Dan Marino's fault." He had turned the laces out. Ray wouldn't have missed that kick. And she's holding the cookies. Dan Marino should die of gonorrhea and rot in hell.
All that dickhead Dan Marino's fault. She played a great
Oh,
character.
he was awesome.
She played a great character.
When she said that, I lost it. Oh, that dickhead Dan Marino's mom.
And then when she brings him up to the room.
Oh, yeah. And she has these football cookies, laces out. Cookies. Fucking, what a nut job. Oh, my God. She was great. Oh, man.
Remember when he calls Courtney Cox and she's like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "I'm in Psychoville and Finkel's the mayor."
Finkel's the mayor. Oh, that movie is great. That movie is fucking great.
There's so many funny ones.
Oh, Jim Carrey in his prime. Yeah, man.
I'm in Psychoville and Finkel's
He
the mayor. He's like,
did you ever see that?
Find Dan Marino.
You know that show that they do over in Britain there?
Find Snowflake.
What-
Find Snowflake. Find Dan Marino. Sorry.
I find the missing tool. I find Snowflake.
What were you going to say?
That there's a show, I don't know if you've seen it, over in Europe, in Britain, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's a talk show, and they have a couch, and all these celebrities sit on it, and they're drinking wine. The guy is...
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, well, they had Jim Carrey on
Who was
there.
he on there with?
Margot Robbie, that babe.
Oh, yeah.
So this is Jim Carrey. Only Jim Carrey could do this and get away with it. So he's sitting there, and Margot Robbie, if you know, is from Australia.
I did not know
So
that.
Jim Carrey turns and he goes, I'm so excited to meet you. I've never been to Australia. And they go, never. No, I know a ton of people, and I'm just so excited to meet you. I'm so happy for you, and your success has been great. It's just amazing to see how far you've gotten with all those physical deficiencies you have. Margot Robbie fucking loses. She goes, and he goes, really something. He looks back and goes, that's just pure talent right there. You can't teach that. It's amazing how far you've got with all those obvious physical deficiencies you have. And she just fucking, her face, it went like the Joker. She just lost it. It was so fucking funny. It was really something. Really. Like, that's just pure talent right there. Fucking only Jim Carrey could do that, and it's funny. And it worked because he has that kind of, he can just do that shit. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know how we got on this fucking thing about Snowflake, but, Dickhead and Dan Marino. But anyway, we were talking. We're talking about how
because we quoted the line.
Yeah, but where were we? How do we get there?
We were talking about his mother.
This is the weekly rabbit hole.
I hope
segment.
Dan Marino dies of gonorrhea
and
and
rots
rots
in
in
hell.
hell.
Yes. And then I was like, well, the line before that is really the one where we go,
Right,
so that
how do we
dickhead
get there?
Dan Marino's fault.
How
If he had put those laces out, Ray wouldn't have missed that
Did
kick.
somebody say gonorrhea? Did you say gonorrhea? And that prompted me to say the line?
No. Did I?
How do we get there? That's what
I
I'm
don't
trying
know. This happens every fucking Saturday. We go down this rabbit hole. How do we get here? This is gonna be. We were talking about basketball. How do we transition from?
Dan Marino dies of gonorrhea and rots in
Where
hell.
were we? We were talking about what the out west, Dallas and OKC. How did we get there?
Speaking of Jim Carrey, Rick Carlisle looks just like Jim Carrey.
Kind of does.
Damn it! How did we get there?
How did we get there? We're talking about Dallas and
You
OKC,
said
and
prime
Denver
Jim-
looks old.
Prime Jim Carrey.
Yeah, but how do we get to Ace Ventura? How did we make the segue?
I feel like you said something about somebody dying of gonorrhea or something. And then
I said Denver aged, look like they aged 10 years. They added Russell Westbrook. Oh, wait. Then we were talking about how he has all hustle but no brains. And Mark is like, yeah, he's as talented as as dumb as the day is long. And how do we? That's where it started to spiral out of control. And then we said Marcus Smart. Somewhere in there is where the transition happened. I don't know what happened after Marcus Smart. Hopefully it'll come back to us. Yeah, Marcus Smart.
I watched him for
9 years, and yeah, tough as nails. But every time he got the ball, as a point guard, what he would do would offend me. It was just the dumbest decision making. It's like he dropped his brain outside the gym. Like, did you just not watch basketball your whole life or how to play it? Like, did you ever see a point guard like play the game? Like, you do the opposite of that. It was, and then what? How?
The engine's on.
Oh yeah,
But nobody's
the
behind
lights on, but there's no.
That's what you said that about Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook, sorry.
Yes. engine's running, but there's no one behind the
No one
wheel.
behind the wheel.
Oh, that's
And
where
then
it
that's
happened.
when I said, I hope Dan Marino dies of gonorrhea and rots in hell. And you said, no, it was the line before that.
Yeah, there's all that dickhead Dan Marino. That dickhead Dan Marino. She was nuts. Fucking-
Oh no! So you said the thing about the father, and then I was like, "What do you mean? Your wife just no? Ray ain't coming home.
Well, Ray, come on. The engine's running. There's
What
nobody behind the
do
wheel.
you mean? Your wife just said he's on his way."
Yeah. And fucking Jim Carrey.
And then you said Jim Carrey in his prime.
Yeah. And then that's what brought me up to the whole that show across the pond there, where he met Margot Robbie for the first time. It's fucking.
Yeah, we never should have went across the pond.
Nah, I think we lost. Yeah, we lost it.
You know, that's when
Let's go.
we were
Let's come.
so far.
Let's
up.
come back to this side of the pond and continue talking about hoops. So look, college basketball starting in a week or so. I'm excited to see Kansas is ranked number 1.
Okay.
Duke is actually 7th. And they got this superhero.
With Cooper?
This superhero named Cooper Flag. Where do you see this guy, America? He is a 7 feet. Plays like a guard.
Dude, he
Fucking
played
ridiculous.
against the Olympic team.
Yeah,
this
shit
summer.
on half of them. And
Everybody seemed impressed.
yeah, it's 18 years old.
He's
Yeah.
not built like a kid.
No, he's not.
Like what is he 7 feet?
7 feet.
But he's like proportionate.
He handles the ball like a guard. He looks like a 7-foot point guard.
Right, like he's
It's
solid.
It's unbelievable. Like
not
you
like
watch
you
him,
know, like
he's got a
Durant.
crossover. He comes up, he's 7 feet. He's leading the break.
His jump shot.
He's
like
got a
bounces.
picture-perfect pull-up jump shot. He goes through him. He has the kid.
Oh, Hunter,
I'm like, where do you see this kid? Just wait to see him. Played
Oh,
3-level
man.
score already.
he got hit in the head.
Yeah, he did.
He shouldn't have- he slowed down and took that hit.
He did. So, how they're 7th, I don't get it. Arizona's up high. They must have had a 5-star recruiting class come in.
If I was Duke, I'd rather be at 7.
UConn is 4, I think.
Wow.
Well, they lost those 2 kids.
Castle.
Yeah, and
Klingon, that's
yeah,
right.
They lost those 2 kids. So I kind of
And what are they ranked?
4th.
Dude,
They got 3
Danny
stars.
Hurley's a fucking beast.
Yeah, he's the best coach.
I wonder who he recruited.
He's the best coach in the country. He is right now.
Easily.
He's even better than Bill Self at Kansas. He's better than him right now. So
Yeah, like his resume isn't what some other coaches are.
how many coaches have won back-to-back titles?
He is.
Not many.
Yeah, no. Right
Not
now, you're
many.
right. I mean, he is the best.
Dean
coach.
Smith didn't do it. Bobby Knight didn't do it. Jim Calhoun didn't do it. He's in very rare. Mike Krzyzewski. The list is Mike Krzyzewski, Billy Donovan,
I wouldn't mind seeing him go for 3.
John Wooden.
I'd like to see
That's
him
the
go for
list
3.
we're talking about. And Danny Hurley. Like, that's the fucking list. Okay?
I'd root for him to 3-peat.
So, they...
Get rid of it, Shador.
Oh, you gotta
Get rid of it.
throw it, you donkey. All that to throw it.
Jeez.
There's no
I'm
point.
just glad he didn't take a hit.
Yeah, I mean, so, the NBA is early on. Sixers I think are 0-2. They look like shit, but they're not healthy yet.
Who were their 2 losses?
I don't know. They lost again the other night though. They're 0-2.
Well, nobody's playing. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, neither.
They're holding their guys out.
They said George was going to be out for a week. It hasn't been a week yet with him, so that I get.
Well, because
And
he
then
got hurt.
He got hurt.
Right? Bone bruise in his knee?
Preseason.
I mean, yeah, if he's got to be out for however
Yeah, they said a week, so it's not been a week yet. So him, I get. I don't know what the deal with Embiid is.
Not in the opener?
He didn't
Oh,
play.
jeez, what a throw.
Did he catch that? Wow. I don't know what the deal with Embiid is yet. How bad or how serious his injuries are. But he hasn't played.
Watch this throw. Oh, good try.
Hell of a try.
Good try. I mean, he was fighting with the cornerback.
Yeah, he
so
was.
He was kind of getting
So
held a little
look
bit.
at that.
It was a really nice throw, though.
It was. Yeah, no, Shador can sling it.
He can really.
That kid.
He can accurate.
He will be a first-round draft pick next year. I'm certain. So, I don't know if he's as good as the kid in Miami. The kid in Miami, Cam Ward.
Cam Ward, I heard he was good. Yeah,
He's filthy. That kid's filthy.
first overall. Type
Yeah, this is
thing?
what this is the guy I want the Patriots to get. I was watching him last year. I forgot. I kept mixing him up with the guy from Florida State, but it was him, and he's filthy. He can make all the throws. He's very mobile. Like I would have loved to have seen Marvin Harrison Jr. with him. I would have loved to have seen that. I'm not saying Drake May isn't going to be good. He might be great. He looks good so far. I just don't want Drake May to get killed. But I wanted Marvin Harrison Jr. to me was the best player in this draft. Period. He was. So I wanted him because I knew there'd be quarterbacks coming out. Shedeur Sanders is another one. The Patriots got him, I wouldn't have been upset. Okay, so I mean, so just that's the thing. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Segment 3, pick segment. We're going to go over our records. Pick segment coming up. Very interesting. We're already 0-1. We're going to talk about that finish.
Dude, some interesting games last week.
Some interesting games this week. Coming right up.
I know, but we didn't get to really talk about those games.
Oh, we will.
When did we come on?
Wednesday with Joel.
So Wednesday, that's right, we were with Joel, so we really didn't recap football.
No, we were talking about...
Because it was reunion with Joel.
We were talking
about the Eagles.
Previewed the World Series. So we were doing stuff. Yeah, we did. We were talking about NBA, Celtics, Knicks.
And then I guess we came on Sunday night because Monday.
It was Monday we did.
Really in honor of the Mets season.
Oh, the Mets season. Patriots and Mets. Because Tommy wanted to go on Sunday. I was fucking in bed.
It's been a good night. It's been a good week.
Yeah. It has been.
Three times.
Yeah, so far, yeah. So anyway, we'll come back, segment 3, pick segment, see if I'm gaining any ground, and we will go over, there's some good games tomorrow.
Yeah.
And by the way, we got to talk about the first true toilet bowl of the season. Segment 3 coming right up.
Patriots and someone? Or Giants?
Come back at segment 3, find out.